So hi everybody, this is Eric and I've got Vic at All City Animal Trapping with us today. And we're going to be talking about coyote removal. Hi Vic.
How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Friday, I can see the light at the tunnel, so I'm happy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I wanted to talk about coyote trapping and removal. One of the things that's, I've always wondered is like, how do you keep coyotes away from your home? Because this is I have a dog and it's always a concern for me. And I keep hearing and seeing on my Ring app that, coyotes in the neighborhood and things like that. And I want to, I'm very cautious. I have a tiny, very small puppy. And so what's a good suggestion you might have to keep coyotes away from one's home?
Sure. So we've always offered trapping services, and now it's only the use of humane cage style traps that we're able to use. We used to be able to use coyote snares, but they were recently banned. We got a letter from LA County saying we could no longer use snares, and it's because that most of the time the animals are dead in the snares. And then as far as trying to get away from maybe an accidental death from someone's pet or something that gets in the snare, that's why they sent the letters out to all trapping companies. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, even though trapping is not as effective as the snares were, but it's also caused us to get more creative. And in doing so, now we install rollers and that sort of thing. Deterrence, we haven't found something that's very effective or efficient or works for very long. You can read about some home remedies like cayenne pepper or wolf urine or stuff like that. They might work for a day or two, but I mean, you're going to be putting cayenne pepper out in your lawn for the rest of your life or something like that. So
wolf urine, huh?
Yeah, it's online. You can buy it. I don't know what's in that jar, but the label says wolf urine. So we install these rollers, basically put them on the top of your gate or your fence, and then it allows, or it doesn't allow, the coyote to get footing or position to get over your fence. And so when they get to the top, it just keeps rolling.
Gotcha.
And they're not able to get in. So that's been very effective. As far as trapping, it's not so much, because it's hard to lure such a clever animal like a coyote into a trap. They don't necessarily trust free food. And it's kind of like, why would I go in that trap and eat that chicken when, there's a bunch of cats and dogs around here that I could eat.
Gotcha.
So that part gets tougher, but it has caused us to get more creative, and the rollers work great. We usually come out, do some measuring and quote it right then and there, and can install it pretty quickly. So that's been, I think, the most beneficial for our customers so far.
Is there a way, a suggestion that you have to, like, if you see a coyote around, to just kind of scare them off? Is there a sound that they don't react well to, or is there something that you would suggest?
I mean, any kind of loud noise, especially if you're walking your pet, you'll see a lot of people with walking sticks or a golf club or something like that, just in case. But even just making some noise and clapping your hands are enough for them to go the other direction, because they kind of operate they're very sly animals. They're very low key, and they kind of operate in the shadows, and they're pretty athletic, for lack of another term, because they hop fences and they get after it. If there's something they like, they'll kind of keep coming. They don't have anything else to do either.
And how does All City Animal Trapping work with coyote removal?
For the most part, we start with trapping, and if that doesn't solve the problem, then we can look into other methods like the rollers. And it all depends on the property and also what the homeowner wants. They're not ugly or anything, so it's not going to ruin the home as far as aesthetic values go. But trapping, it works. It can work. Sometimes they're just a little too clever and they won't go in the trap, so we have to figure out other ways to prevent people's pets from being harmed.
Okay. And after you trap the coyote, then what do you guys do?
So by law, they are euthanized. So we put them down, and so that's just the law. We're not able to take them from point A and take them to point B, and that's that's just it's illegal. It's a no-no. So we're not able to do that.
Gotcha. And how can people find you?
On our website, allcityanimaltrapping.com. They can also reach us on various ways. We're on Instagram and on Facebook, and we have Yelps and Google and all that stuff as well.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for your time.
My
And
pleasure.
until next
Thanks
time.
for having me.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.